From the flames to the game. LethalMender. Yo, used to run in the smoke when the whole world froze. Now I run through the hall where the infection grows. From the front line fires to the red zone maps. Now with zombies and ops with the headset straps. I'm into a headset, still hear alarms. Different kind of pressure, but the same compound. Former firefighter, still answer the call. Now it's Resident Evil in the chat hall. Yeah, we mending the lethal, that's the code I keep. Patch wounds in the city while the rest just sleep. Firefighter badge on my chest, serving in the streets while I'm clutching the vest. I've seen flames lick the sky, I've watched whole worlds fall. Now I fight through the night when the sirens call. 'Cause I'm LethalMender. Running to the fire, from the ashes to the server, taking it higher. Resident Evil COD on the screen, SLRP, you know the squad stays clean. LethalMender. Step in the zone, where the zombies are war, we ain't alone. Pull up to the stream, pull up to defend. When it all burns down, I'm the mender again. Yeah, Call of Duty loadout dialed and precise. Tactical plays, never roll the dice. Seen real heat, so the game don't scare me when the jump scare hits. Chat's right there with me. Resident Evil runs deep in the grind. Survival instincts wide in the mind. Headshot clean like I'm clearing the room. Then back to RP with the firehouse crew. Yeah, we building the spot where the real ones stay. Kick back, talk life, let the stress fade away. No ego, no drama, just vibes and flame. But step in the lobby, we still play to win the game. From smoke to pixels, from sirens to streams, still chasing adrenaline, still chasing dreams. If the night gets dark, if the city needs a hand, I've been there before. You don't understand. LethalMender. Fire in the sky, from the station to the stream, never backing down, never die. Resident Evil, Call of Duty flow, SLRP, yeah, you already know. LethalMender. Community strong, pull up, hang out, everybody belong. When the flames rise up and the world looks grim, we don't run away. We run it. We run it. We run it.
What's up? I know it's been a little while since streamed, and it's been a long last 4 days. I just spent from Friday until last evening in the hospital. Friday I was not feeling well after I had ate some breakfast. I thought it was just indigestion, and ended up trying to lay down, couldn't get comfortable, and then took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was 190 over 122, which I don't know if a lot of you know, but a normal blood pressure is going to be 120 over 80, so 190 over 122 is very, very high. Like, if it had gotten any higher, I probably would have stroked out. So I ended up taking myself to the hospital about 40 minutes away. They started running some tests, and they found that when your heart gets really, really stressed, it releases an enzyme into your bloodstream, and with an elevated amount, you're looking at maybe 40. The amount that was in my bloodstream was over 400. So, um, at that point in time, they started me on a blood thinner. They started their cardiac protocols. Baby aspirin, heparin, uh, fluids. Like, I had 2 IVs going full bore within probably 20 minutes of getting into the hospital. And then I received word about the elevated levels of the enzyme in my bloodstream, because they ran labs, and they're like, "You're too advanced for us to care for you at this hospital." So then I had to take an ambulance ride an hour away to a bigger hospital who had an actual cardiac unit that could handle what was going on. This all started probably 8:30 Friday morning. I was in the first hospital by 11. And they were transferring me out to the secondary hospital at about 4 o'clock in the evening. I got to the second hospital around 5. Got settled in my room. It was meds upon meds upon meds upon meds. They were trying to figure out why my blood pressure was so high. Because up until this point, like, my blood pressure was normal. I've been on blood pressure medication now for 8 months. My blood pressure's been normal, nothing but normal. And then all of a sudden this happened. So I don't know what could have caused it. They still don't know what could have caused it. But they said I had a severe cardiac event. And then I had a echocardiogram, which is where they basically take an ultrasound of your heart, just to make sure all the valves are working correctly, to make sure that your heart's functioning correctly. And then I had what's called a cardiac catheter. It's where they send a wire up into your heart, and they check blood flow, they check your arteries, they check basically everything to do with the internal functions of the heart. And they found that that one of my arteries is filling slower than the rest, and they don't know why. So now, in 2 weeks, I got to meet with a cardiologist, and we need to come up with a plan. My doctor is telling me that I need to get on a serious weight loss plan, because I know you guys can't really, see the majority of me on the camera, but I'm 350. Well, now I'm 340 pounds. I did drop 11 pounds in the last month and a half, so I am headed in the right direction. But apparently, it's not aggressive enough for my doctor's liking. So I'm gonna have to meet with not only the cardiologist but a nutritionist. Probably gonna have to start an exercise regimen. No, Assassin, I have not had it easy at all lately. We're coming up. We just passed the 2-month anniversary of my thyroid surgery. Um, so I thought things were looking up, and then I just get hit with this out of the blue. I was actually supposed to have a job interview on Friday, and now the guy that I was supposed to have a job interview with is not answering his phone. I called him the day of, and I told him I was having a medical emergency and I needed to go to the hospital. Um, so I'm hoping to hear back from him sometime. I mean, I know it is what, Tuesday, but I try calling him and it literally goes straight to voicemail. So I don't know if he's blocked my phone number. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. I mean, I'm still alive, thank God. Um, I did get to see my daughter today. I ended up staying over my parents' house last night because of when they do the cardiac catheter, they put you under. I mean, they keep you awake, but they still do put you under light anesthesia. So I wasn't allowed to drive for 24 hours post op. So I stayed at my parents last night, and then I went and saw my daughter today. And I literally just got home probably within the last, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. And I just figured I'd come on here and just update you guys what's going on. Um, I know a lot of people have been, reaching out to me on Discord and, asking me how I'm doing and everything else. But I just figured I'd get it all done in one shot. Uh, and just say that, you guys just, if you guys wanted to know what was going on, you could just obviously come and see this or whatever. I don't mind if you keep asking. Uh, it's nice when you have people that care about you, and when you're not around, they're like, "Hey, where you been?" Well, I was in the hospital the last 4 days, so and they're like, "Oh shit." Um, but yes, alive is very, very important. Um, when they told me that they had to transfer me to the uh, when they told me that they were transferring me to another hospital via ambulance, um, I really got scared because that's never happened to me before. I've never gone to an ER where they weren't capable of giving the level of care that was needed. I mean, the biggest reason why I was in the hospital for 4 days is just because the hospitals are so understaffed. So understaffed. It's terrible. I mean, people talk about universal health care and all this other shit. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you have insurance or not. If the hospital doesn't have the staff, you're not going to get seen. And basically, what happened is I just didn't see anybody. I didn't even speak to anybody uh, from cardiology until Sunday evening. So, and they told me that I'd be having the procedure Monday morning, um, and that I was gonna have to fast for the night before. So, basically, after midnight, I wasn't allowed to have anything to eat. Clear liquids only until 5 in the morning. So basically, a lot of ice water, and then um, once the procedure was done, I mean, they put me under such mild anesthesia, I honestly didn't even feel it. Um, and yes, Ashton, you are one of the people that did reach out, and I do appreciate you, man. Um, but they put me under very mild. Like I didn't even feel the anesthesia until I got back to my room. It literally just made me tired. That's all it did. It just made me want to take a nap. Um, but I was literally awake when they were basically tickling my heart with this fucking wire. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I'm still here, and I don't know how much streaming I'm gonna do in the next couple of days because I'm still recovering from the procedures that I've had. I'm not supposed to be using my right arm until tomorrow. I really shouldn't even be typing on the keyboard. Not supposed to be using a controller. No video games, no repetitive movements. Because of where they put the catheter in through my wrist and go up my arm across over into my heart. They would have gone in through my thigh, but they were worried about bleeding, so therefore they didn't because of my weight. I did get a free bikini wax though, or bikini shave. That was fun. There's no dignity when you're in the fucking hospital and there's shit wrong with you. Literally had to lay naked on my fucking hospital bed while a fucking 60-year-old lady shaved my upper thighs and groin with no clothes on. That was not very pleasant. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. All the medical staff, the nurses, the CNAs, the the techs, like everybody that whenever I needed something, they were literally right there. Nicest people ever. I can't thank them enough for uh, making my stay in the hospital as pleasant as it could be, under the circumstances. Um, I mean, it was rough. It was a very very rough last 4 days. Because one of the side effects of heparin is it makes you feel like you're burning up inside. Makes you feel like you have a constant fever, and I was on that shit for 3 days. So it basically made you feel like, even though you didn't have a fever, it made you feel like you had like a 105-degree fever. Um, the hospital bed was unbearably uncomfortable. Didn't get much sleep because every time I'd fall asleep, they need to either come in and draw blood, they need to take a set of vitals, they need to do something. So I didn't get very much sleep um, in the hospital. So I'm probably not going to stream it all tonight. Probably just going to relax tonight and watch movies in my own bed. Because yeah, the last 4 days have been really hard, and I just figured that reach out to you guys, let you guys know what was going on. Uh, Assassin, I really really do appreciate you sticking around. You've been my most active staff member, and he's just been promoted to head admin in the Discord. Um, yeah, unfortunately, they didn't put me in the CCU. And I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I mean, there's only certain hours that you can have visitors. If they're doing if they're doing procedures, you can't have any visitors in the room. Um, it's a pain in the dick, like being in the hospital. Like, yeah, my parents came to see me. My brother came to see me. Um, they all spent time with me. I got to see my uncle when I was at my parents' house. Like, I mean, family is very very important, and I love everyone in my family. I understand that one of my brothers wasn't able to come and see me, but he was well over an hour away, and he had a lot going on with what he was dealing with. Um, yeah, I mean, family is very important. Um, so now I get to have shaved arms, shaved legs until it decides that it wants to grow back. Because they literally shaved both of my arms. They shaved both of my legs from my thigh down to my knee. Um, but I mean, I may do some gaming tonight. I may not. I don't know. I've been so bored out of my mind laying in a hospital bed, and the internet in the hospital sucked so bad. I couldn't even get on Discord on my laptop. That's how bad the internet was at the hospital. Um, you'd think with them being a major hospital in a major city, they'd at least have a decent internet connection. But I couldn't even get on Discord on my laptop. Every time I tried to watch an online movie, every 15 seconds it was buffering. Like it was bad. Um, but yeah, I'm glad to still be here. Glad you guys are all still here supporting me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take off here and lay down and watch a movie and just try to relax for a little bit. And just go from there. I mean, like I said, I may game later on tonight, but I don't know. If anything, I'll probably play some like Gray Zone Warfare or Ready or Not or something that I don't have to, play with other people. But all right, guys, I'm gonna take off. I appreciate that, Assassin. Yeah, I know, and I appreciate you when you reached out to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down and watch a movie and just figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night and probably do some streaming tomorrow. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
From the flames to the game. LethalMender. Yo, used to run in the smoke when the whole world froze. Now I run through the hall where the infection grows. From the front line fires to the red zone maps. Now with zombies and ops with the headset strapped. I'm into a headset, still hear alarms. Different kind of pressure, but the same compound. Former firefighter, still answer the call. Now it's Resident Evil in the chat hall. Yeah, we mending the lethal, that's the code I keep. Patch wounds in the city while the rest just sleep. Firefighter badge on my chest, serving in the streets while I'm clutching the vest. I've seen flames lick the sky, I've watched whole worlds fall. Now I fight through the night when the sirens call. 'Cause I'm LethalMender. Run into the fire, from the ashes to the server, taking it higher. Resident Evil COD on the screen, SLRP, you know the squad stays clean. LethalMender. Step in the zone, where the zombies are war, we ain't alone. Pull up to the stream, pull up to defend. When it all burns down, I'm the mender again. Yeah, Call of Duty loadout dialed and precise. Tactical plays, never roll the dice. Seen real heat, so the game don't scare me when the jump scare hits. Chat's right there with me. Resident Evil runs deep in the grind. Survival instincts wide in the mind. Headshot clean like I'm clearing the room. Then back to RP with the firehouse crew. Yeah, we building a spot where the real ones stay. Kick back, talk life, let the stress fade away. No ego, no drama, just vibes and flame. But step in the lobby, we still play to win the game. From smoke to pixels, from sirens to streams, still chasing adrenaline.